My most influential moment would definitely have to be getting adopted. I was adopted at a very young age, so actually I do not remember a lot of it or any of it really. This is the only family that my mom and dad now are the only ones that I've ever really known. I was actually adopted straight out of the hospital. My biological parents knew my aunt, who knew my parents were looking to have children, but due to medical reasons, they weren't able to have their own children, so they were looking to adopt. And they ended up being told that this family was looking for someone specifically, before they even would have the chance to go into a foster home or anything like that, to take the child from the start. And my parents were like, yes, so they went through all the paperwork and ended up getting approved for that. And they adopted me from the hospital on, it's our family day, so it would be December 13th of 1994. My brother was actually adopted 6 years later on the same exact day, hence why it's our family day. We kind of made that our family day because it's the day we became a whole family. And then surprisingly, my friend from home, who I went to high school with, he graduated in, he was told that he had to be out of his house by graduation, so on the 13th of June though, not of December, he moved in with us, and he's been like my brother ever since, and he still lives with us to this day, so we're, 4 or 5 years later now. And it's just a day that what we do is we all get together. As college has been a little bit harder, but they usually come up here. We go out, see a movie, go out to dinner, and just kind of have a day as a family. We do one huge event, or just spend time together, just to make sure that we always remember that we were brought together on that day as a complete family. It's probably my most influential moment though, because without them having adopted me at such a young age, I could have been thrown into the system or ended up with a family that in the end wouldn't have been as good of a fit for me. I know a big question a lot of people ask me with when they heard this big news is whether or not they think that I would want to meet my biological parents. A lot of people do say yes, they want to meet their biological parents just to I guess fulfill some type of inner knowledge for themselves. And my parents who raised me now are the ones that have been there for my whole entire life. So I never had the desire to actually meet them, but it was just very influential to me just because they took me in and they've pretty much made me their own, even though I'm not biologically theirs. And they are my parents. I wouldn't call them anything other than that. Another big question that's asked is whether or not I have heard from them ever after that moment. And they actually did keep in touch with me up until I turned the age of 5. When I turned 5, they stopped calling, and kind of just never really moved on past that. In the end, they weren't there to raise me, and I think to anybody, your family should be the people that raised you.